There are only a few books that I really get excited about reading. Books that are so interesting on the first read that I can't help but go back to them again and again. Books that are not only incredibly engaging, but also they serve as guides to help me along on my journey. Your One Word by Evan Carmichael is one of those books. Hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Nicolette Moore, and I create videos to help inspire you to grow your influence and overcome all that negative bullshit that's really stopping you from growing a purposeful and meaningful brand online. So if that sounds good to you,
smash that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button.
so that you're notified every time a new video comes out. I want to quickly give some shout outs before I get into this review. I've had some really incredible comments I want to share, and I really want to let you know how awesome it is to have your support. In the video, 3 Common Doubts New Entrepreneurs Face, Colleen Williamson said, "You inspire me." Well, Colleen, you inspire me. I can't wait to dive into this book review to show you how cool and meaningful that comment actually is, Colleen. Thank you. And finally, in one of my recent videos, How to Feel Better Fast, Amber Moore commented with, "This sums up my life too. I have all these same feelings, and sometimes I feel like giving up." Amber, you are not alone. There are so many entrepreneurs that feel the same way, and I'm so happy that you are inspired enough by your vision to see this through. Do not give up, Amber, and thank you for your kind words. If you're anything like me, you know the value of having a clear, strong brand and having clear messaging for your business. But you might really struggle to articulate and summarize what that brand message is. I know I've been struggling with my messaging, so this book was brilliant to read. Evan gives you exercises and thought-provoking questions to help you get clear. I went from knowing the kind of message I wanted to convey, I've been pretty unsure on how to deliver it, but now after reading the book, I now know my one word. Why does that matter? Well, now I have so much more clarity on how I can articulate my messaging during content creation. So the book is broken up into 3 different sections: core, campaign, and company. Evan uses his own business and case studies of other brands to show all the elements that he's talking about and how it's applied in real life, which was super cool. He shows how everything in this text can apply to really niches in all sorts of different industries. Before I read the book, I knew Evan's word was believe. I've heard him speak about his word in chunks, and so I kind of had an idea of what he was talking about and what his intention was with the book. I've been tinkering with a lot of different words for myself. What would be my one word? Originally, I was torn between words like love, authentic, inspire, purpose, hope. They're all great words, right? But to have one word, I'd have to figure out which one was my one word. Section 1, core. I actually took the time to go through the exercises in this first section, and then I knew. I had a major aha moment, and I knew inspired was my word. Really what helped me get so clear on this was not really focusing on all the things I love and all the warm fuzzies that I feel when I think about helping people. What really helped me get clear was identifying the traits that I hate, which I found super surprising, but it was really cool, and it's such a unique twist on a way to tap into what my one word would be. I want to read to you what Evan said that makes this so powerful. This is not a list of your fears or your limiting personal beliefs. It's a list of traits that you truly are allergic to, that just bring you down and make you unhappy. The list is the start, but the power is in seeing what connects them. That's what I needed. Once I worked through that, I knew inspired was my word. Section 2, campaign. The chapters in campaign are all about building a movement around your one word, and something that your audience is gonna be super excited about and excited to be a part of, which is super important. My favorite chapter lives in this section, the planning checklist. This is really where everything clicked for me. After reading through this, I really understood the wisdom in Evan's commentary about building your tribe and all of the various elements it takes in order to build a really strong, memorable brand. This chapter is gold by itself. It's the one I keep going back to for insight and to really help me clarify and work out how to share my new founded inspired brand. What was really awesome as I read through this chapter was seeing how Evan practices what he preaches. All of the elements that he talks about in that chapter you can see right here. And he really breaks it down in such a cool aha kind of way. It's brilliant. It's awesome. So he goes in depth on the right mindset, your powerful credo, your story, your tribe, rituals, a purposeful name, knowing your enemy. Interesting. Your logo, font, all those other cool brand things. Believe it or not, a sound. Your impactful sound. My favorite part was the powerful credo. Creating a credo out of my one word inspired was pretty challenging, but it was so well worth the time spent to write it out. Your credo is really used to identify what does your one word mean to you. My one word inspired is probably going to mean something a little bit different to me than it would to you. I get to kind of define what inspired means. So whatever your one word is, it's going to mean something different to you. It's going to be very personal and intimate to you versus what it would mean to me. And the same thing with believe. Evan has a very specific purpose behind his word believe, and what believe means to him may not necessarily mean what believe means to you. Section 3, company. In the last section, Evan goes over the company kind of stuff, and to be honest, it was interesting, but I'm not there yet, right? I'm just hustling myself. I'm doing everything myself. The video you see, the editing, the scripting, putting it out there, SEO, all that stuff, that's me. So right now it's kind of not a relatable section for me to really be super interested in. However, it's pretty cool because I know that when that time comes and I'm ready to take on team members, it's gonna be an awesome reference for me on how I should think about taking on team members and how I should think about hiring and firing and how to incorporate people into the culture. That's gonna be really, really handy at that point. But since I'm not quite there yet, it kind of was a little bit harder to be excited about. But it was still interesting to read through, and it's definitely given me some different ways of thinking about what it would take to build a team. And of course, it's exciting to think about having a team one day, so it was pretty cool. I mean, it was inspirational. I was inspired by that. So even though that section wasn't super thrilling for me, there still was a really neat insight that Evan shared, and I want to share it with you. It's in the section quality control. Here, let me read it to you. You need to be proud of the products and services you create. This is your legacy that you're building. This is what people are going to remember you for. Make it count. Your one word should ooze out of the products and services that you create. Evan concludes that this book should not be really just read like a book, but it should be used as a blueprint, and I could not agree with him more. Like I said, I'm going to be referring back to this book heavily as I grow my team, as I grow my brand, as I grow my business. Have you read this book? If so, leave in the comments below. I want to know what your one word is, what were your takes, what is your feedback on the book? And if you haven't read it yet, check in the description below. I've got a link to the book to make it super easy for you so that you can just click on it and get your copy. And if you tend to be the kind of person that drags your feet and you might be like, yeah, maybe another day I'll get that book, but you're legitimately trying to grow a business online, check out there's gonna be a link somewhere or a little card somewhere that's gonna show you a video on how to stop procrastinating so you can take advantage of genius and brilliant material like this. And if you didn't know already, I was interviewed by Evan a few weeks back, and so you can find that somewhere on this page too. You gotta check it out. It was the aftermath after being interviewed by Evan, and I was just super excited. It was a really cool experience, and it was a really neat little video to share with you guys right after the fact. And for whichever one you go to next, just remember, I ain't got nothing but love for you. Stay inspired. I want to quickly share with you the credo I came up with after going through the exercises. You inspire the world. Live inspired. People are always watching you. So live an exceptionally purpose-driven life. Inspire others by being a living example of what's possible for them. Be inspired to serve. Inspired influence. Use your influence to bring the highest value to your tribe. Develop trust with them and always think about their needs above your own with everything that you create for them. Have an inspired mindset. Inspired transformation. Your thoughts control your actions and behaviors. Prioritize becoming the best version of you. Constantly strive to think better and live better. And finally, be inspired by your potential. Stay inspired. Study successful people. Embrace the truth that you have the same capacity to influence and inspire the world, just like the people that have inspired and influenced you.
Don't forget to subscribe to my parents' channel.